and welcome to the A-List. I'm Michael Frushour, and with me today is Drew Walker. Drew is the afternoon drive host on CBS Radio's country music station, US 99.5. Drew, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me.
So, working at US 99 and CBS Radio, with them having many stations, why did you choose a country station?
I chose country because it's the music of America. And even in Chicago, the third biggest city in America, you can't deny the stories behind the music, and along with that, in country music, the artists are very in touch with their fans, very in touch with the listeners. And us as a music station, we are the perfect connection between the fans and the artists. And when it blends all together, it's just a really fun place to be. It felt right. It felt like the right fit for me.
So would you say then US 99 is probably the most well-known country station in Illinois? Or?
Actually, we are the biggest country station in the U.S.
Wow, okay. That's great. Are you considered then a country fan?
I am.
That you work there? Okay.
Yeah, in college, I had the Tim and the Faith and the Garth Brooks CDs, or actually at the time it was cassette tapes, and I had the Alan Jackson tapes too, but working there and getting immersed in it, you become a bigger fan of it.
Okay, so then how did you come to realize that radio is for you?
Well, when I was a kid growing up in Northwest Indiana, I used to love to try and win the radio contests. You're getting ready for school in the morning and you're listening to the wacky morning zoo on the like the top 40 station, similar to like a B96 or a Kiss FM here. And I always wanted to be part of it because the idea that someone could be miles away and talking in a microphone, and yet I'm in my room getting ready, getting my homework assignments, getting ready to come to school, and being entertained through this medium known as radio, there was just something infectious about it. I wanted to be a part of it. I wanted to learn about it. I wanted to be in it.
And at any time, were you ever interested in television or radio? Or?
Honestly, no. Down the road, I think, obviously I'm grateful to be here today, and it's kind of fun seeing behind the scenes when you guys are doing your outtakes and things. But for me, I've always been more comfortable with painting a picture, telling the story with your voice and your inflection, and not really focusing on the visual.
Okay. And so then what would you say to someone who wanted to pursue in radio?
I would say that you need to, especially with the internet today and Facebook and Twitter and all the station websites, send an email, send a letter and say, I'm a high school sophomore at RB and I'm really interested in radio. Is there a chance that I can come down and do a station tour? I think that's your first step to get in the door, and you might meet some people around the station. I know we do station tours all the time for free. You just have to call ahead and set it up. And that way you get an idea of what it's really like in the building, and maybe you get to talk to someone. You come in during my show, or you come in during the middle of the day. Right. And from there, you can say, I would love to work in promotions. I want to be out at the Brookfield Zoo with the street team giving away t-shirts and interacting with fans and learn how that process happens. Maybe you become an intern. And I think it all starts by you showing initiative and showing a willingness that you're wanting to learn and wanting to be a part of it.
So then, what steps should someone in high school take? Are there any classes that you would think that they should take before going in radio or college, maybe?
Well, I think if there's anything available in your high school related to communications or to similar programs that you're in here now, RB has a television program. We were talking earlier about having some type of radio program as well. Anything like that, media-related, broadcasting, communications, if your high school offers that, absolutely, at least get information about it. Or if they don't have classes, they might have a club, or they might have a hobby club where you can learn about those things or do it on the side. Those are definitely good steps.
So how could someone get into DJing or being a host at a station that plays mostly their type of music rather than any other formats or genres of music?
I think the best way, and it's been this way for a long time, but it's still mostly true today, is that everyone kind of starts at the bottom and works their way up. So for me, it was running the control board, which controls all the music and the commercials and the talking that you're hearing, doing that on a weekend, on not normal day hours, and also working with the promotions team, going out to promote the station at various clients. Because you get your foot in the door and you start doing that, and then you're able to learn from the current DJ, the current host on the station, and work your way up to where you're saying, I'm showing initiative, I'm showing promise, I'm really interested in this, and hopefully taking it to the next level.
So then, have you been an intern at US 99, or?
I wasn't an intern at US 99, but the very first station that I started at, I was working the control board for NASCAR and for a talk show, and for for Paul Harvey before he passed, and really running the control board. And I thought it was great because we're broadcasting just like you are on television, on all the various means that you are on RBTV and YouTube and your Comcast channel. We were broadcasting on radio, and I was the one in control of it. And knowing that from there, it could only get bigger. And you show initiative and you say, well, the guy over there is on the FM station and he's playing music and he's talking. I want to do that too. So I asked my boss, how can that happen? He's like, well, we're going to keep you learning here. We're going to give you some new projects to see if you can excel in them, and we'll see how it goes.
So how many years then has it been that you've been working at US 99?
I've been at the station since 2004, and I've hosted the afternoon show since 2005, and before that I was working in radio since 2001.
Wow. So then would at your high school, did they have any like radios?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Zero.
Oh my gosh, wow.
This program that you have here at RB is spectacular compared to what we have.
Wow, that's great. Then what college did you attend?
I went to Indiana University in Bloomington, Indiana.
Okay, and did they have like a great radio program there?
They actually did have a great radio program, and they had a great television program, but I'm a little bit of a misnomer in that I wasn't involved in any of that in college because at the time, I was studying something else. I got my degrees in accounting and finance. I passed the CPA exam, certified public accountant, so I still had that as my background. But radio was always a hobby, something I wanted to do. But at the collegiate level, in order to be part of the radio program, you had to be in the journalism school. At least at the time I was there, that was my impression. And so I wasn't able to be a part of that. But I always kind of wanted to find a way of trying to get in and just do it as a hobby. So when I first started and I was working on the weekends doing the running the control board and doing some promotions, I was still working my full-time job Monday through Friday, but it was kind of like my weekend fun.
Okay. Do you know like any good colleges maybe in the Chicagoland area that for someone going into radio they should maybe attend?
There's a bunch of great colleges that have programs specifically in the Chicagoland area. The two that stick out in my mind are Columbia College downtown, and then there's also something called the Illinois Center for Broadcasting, ICB, which is a bit of a smaller program, but it's a direct training to work facility where they teach you about television, they teach you about radio, they show you all the systems that you might be using, and then they help you get that first internship at a station, whether it's a radio or television, based on what you would like to do.
Okay, so then for working, like to go work at like a radio station like CBS or US 99, what do they like look at, like as maybe a major from college or something? To get
I think they're looking for maybe a major in communications or a major in broadcast journalism, media marketing. There's so many facets. We just actually this past week started our summer interns for promotions. I think there was 9 folks, and they're from many colleges, Northern and U of I and Valparaiso and also Columbia. And I think it's on that type of focus, but also, I believe, because I'm proof of it, if you have enough drive and you want to make something happen, there's always a way. It just might be a little more difficult than the person who's already in the program walking in that way.
So has anyone ever interned for you, perhaps? Or
I don't have any interns on my show. I know there's been interns on the morning show before and a few internships on the programming side, but most of our promotions, or most of our interns and internships are on the promotional side, just because in the summertime we have so many concerts coming. Brad Paisley at Wrigley Field and Kenny Chesney and Tim McGraw at Soldier Field. We also have lots of events where we'll go out to maybe a bar or a grocery store or any one of our clients and bring the station for 2 hours, give away concert tickets, give away big prizes, and there's lots of opportunity that we need extra help, extra hands to do those events.
Okay. Well, Drew, I'd like to thank you for coming on to the show today.
Absolutely, my pleasure.
Okay. You've been watching The A-List. I'm Michael Frushour, and thanks for watching.